When you hear the last name Leach, Reggie, the Riverton Rifle, immediately comes to mind. And following in his footsteps from a very young age was his son, Jamie.
This first photo is one of the earliest photos of me. I had skates on my feet all the time, walk around the house, skates, my diaper, my hockey helmet, and I always had my hockey stick with me. It's been my life since I can remember. I was a rink rat since I can learn to walk. This is a picture that was definitely in Philadelphia. This was probably taken during the Flyers Christmas party. It was just part of our life, right? I mean, here's a guy that was one of the best players in the Western Hockey League and then was playing in the National Hockey League. And we were lucky enough that he was one of the best players in the league for a number of years.
Growing up around the NHL rubbed off on Jamie.
I think it was something in the back of my mind that I always wanted to play. I always wanted to play this game for a living, and it didn't really dawn on me that it actually might happen until I was about 13, 14 years old. What's weird about a lot of these shots are, you can tell I'm using my dad's stick. You can just tell how small the blade is, right? Because my dad used a little tiny blade.
Jamie's road to the NHL continued. And while playing in Hamilton as a member of the OHL Steelhawks, his journey took him to the 1987 NHL entry draft.
And yeah, sitting there and all of a sudden my name got called. Like, woo! Right, so it was myself, it was the guy I went with, another teammate of mine. He was ranked higher than I was. So when they said, from the Hamilton Steelhawks, I'm reaching over to congratulate him. Yeah, good job, buddy. And then they said my name, so. I guess the one funny thing was, it was Pittsburgh, right? Philadelphia and Pittsburgh don't get along, and the one team that drafts me is the Pittsburgh Penguins, but I mean, obviously I didn't care. They gave you a jersey, you sat in front of the NHL logo, and I'm not sure why I'm not smiling there, but I guess it just wasn't cool back then.
After winning the Stanley Cup with Pittsburgh, Jamie and Reggie became the first Indigenous father-son duo to hoist the cup.
Seeing Jamie play his first national hockey game in Pittsburgh and scoring his first goal and him winning the Stanley Cup, it's a great feeling that, you know, he followed my footsteps.
So I did get to wear 27 in Pittsburgh for my last year. I didn't wear it my first couple of years because Gilbert Delorme had more seniority than I did, and he wanted 27. That's where I wore 20. So this is my last jersey I wore when I was with the Pittsburgh Penguins. It's still a number that's a big part of our life, number 27.
And hockey has stayed a big part in their lives as well.
After I was done playing, I decided, I kind of talked to my dad and said, let's try something a little different.
They started Shoot to Score Hockey with a focus on traveling to remote communities to help develop the next generation of Indigenous players and coaches.
Our first one was in Laurent. My dad and I went to a little hockey school, and that's kind of how Shoot to Score started. And then we just kind of kept visiting other communities, and it grew. And to date, we've been to over 100 different communities with Shoot to Score Hockey. So it's something that I'm very proud of.
And the name, Shoot to Score, came from a special place.
Something he said to me numerous times growing up. When you get a chance to shoot the puck, always try and shoot to score. The simplest way to get better is to do things as hard as you can when asked, right? So that's kind of something that was passed down to me. That's something that I try to teach young kids.